That money to the IRS. How much does he owe?
It's in the $20+ million range.
It's a lot of money, man.
But it's not something that he's been. It's not like deception.
No,
it's just neglect to pay.
Neglect, and it's also like I think, and there is like a truth to this. He makes so much money. There's probably a point when they're like, "Hey, it's time to pay your taxes," and you go like, "All right, here's a check for $25 million. That's an incredible amount of money." And then they go, "That's true, but you owe 50 more," and he's just like, that can't be right. I've given you $25 million.
Yeah, he's bought over 100 luxury cars from the same dealer and always pays in cash.
He has $15 million worth of cars.
Congrats. You can sell those.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has taken legal action against Insider Incorporated, marking a major shift in his public image. At the center of the defamation lawsuit is an article that cast doubt on a reported $42 million real estate deal involving Mayweather. The lawsuit claims that the publication deliberately misrepresented the facts, portraying Mayweather as deceptive about his financial status. The deal, which allegedly includes 62 buildings, will be one of the largest individual real estate purchases in recent memory if proven true. However, the article questions both the existence of the deal and how it was financed, casting a shadow over Mayweather's credibility. Through this legal move, Mayweather appears determined to defend not only his reputation as a boxing legend, but also his image as a serious and successful businessman.
So, I know you guys want to talk about real estate. Only thing I'm doing is answer the question.
That is a real estate question.
Okay, so out of 48 years, I'm 48 years old, and I've never sued a media outlet. The media outlet throughout my life has bashed me, talked bad about me, spoke bad about my family. Now, I've always been judged because how I have presented myself when I'm promoting a fight. You cannot judge me for entertaining the people when I'm promoting a fight. Judge me for the person that you know. You can't judge me if you don't know me. So that's no different from people in this room may want to do a deal with me. But if someone going out there putting lies on my name, putting lies on me and my team and my family and hurting my business, we're not talking about millions. We're talking about billions of dollars. We can't do that. So this is my first time ever filing a lawsuit against a media company.
Mayweather's response centers on the article's alleged bias and its omission of key evidence. He claims his legal team gave Insider Incorporated solid documentation to prove the real estate deal's legitimacy, but the outlet ignored it for a more sensational story. Highlighting that this is his first media lawsuit, Mayweather underscores the seriousness of the issue. His actions suggest a larger effort to present himself as a credible businessman facing unfair treatment by the press.
To build my name, to build my reputation, and I'm not going to let anyone go out there and smear my name and talk bad about me, talk bad about my family, or talk bad about my company.
All right, one more toughie. So
Nothing is tough.
No? Okay.
After being in the sport of boxing, dealing with the sport of boxing, there's nothing that's tough.
Fair. So that article sparked rumors that you are bankrupt. How do you respond to that? I don't think you have publicly responded.
Well, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I mean, if we call having 2 private jets, owning 100 buildings, being able to do what you want to do, if that's bankrupt, then I'm pretty sure everybody want to live like that. Yeah.
Okay, so I think we'll end with this one. When I spoke to you all last week, you were riding around Miami, you were looking to buy even more.
Yes.
Have you bought anything in the week since we last spoke?
I don't know. I was out in Miami for a while. We were looking at a few properties. I'm pretty sure for the end of the year.
Stephen A. Smith's commentary intensifies the controversy, pointing to a lack of transparency in Mayweather's business dealings. While he doesn't dismiss the lawsuit, he suggests there's more beneath the surface than flashy headlines and big numbers. Smith questions whether Mayweather's ventures are built on substance or just image, hinting that the boxing star's business persona may not hold up under serious scrutiny.
I can't count the amount of examples where I saw people getting laid off, and then I see somebody come up right behind and get some contract. Business does business. You never know what's behind the goal of a business per se. What you do know is the work that you put in. If you're smart enough, what value comes with that work. And then at the same time, you also pride yourself in being very, very reasonable. I haven't, and I'm not going to talk about my contract negotiations with ESPN. They are ongoing. I think the talks have been very pleasant. I think we're making progress. We'll see what happens. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, I've got decisions to make because I got a future to do.
50 Cent's comments cut deep, highlighting the lack of solid proof behind Mayweather's real estate claims. Instead of presenting contract or financial records, Mayweather is relying on legal threats, a move critics like 50 Cent see as a smokescreen, not a genuine defense. The lawsuit appears more like an intimidation tactic than a search for truth. In a culture already skeptical of celebrity wealth, these doubts strike a chord with an audience tired of flashy but improving claims.
Description where y'all can watch that in full, and as we have already seen, 50 Cent has been very involved in critiquing, taking shots at Floyd Mayweather, and when this came across his desk, he did nothing other than that. If that's the case, it's going nowhere because you didn't do the deal, champ. He must have named the writer separately to make him have to pay his own legal team. The champ is mad, and 50 most definitely promoted his brands and everything with that because 50 Cent has came into question about this deal that Floyd Mayweather has struck, showed his real estate businesses. People started diving into it. Floyd Mayweather has been defending it, but I just realized he put this $100 million lawsuit in against Business Insider saying that they have been going at him for a long time now, coming at his family, coming at his team, and saying these derogatory things and defaming him, so he won $100 million. The suit lost in the Southern District of New York names Insider Inc. and reporter Daniel Geiger as defendants. It is centered around reporting by Geiger about real estate deals Mayweather Jr. publicly discussed, including an agreement to buy a 62-building Manhattan apartment portfolio. Geiger reported in late March that there is no evidence that there has been a sale. According to the lawsuit, Geiger embarked on a campaign of harassment and defamation categorized by aggressive and misleading journalism that not only distorts the truth, but seems driven by a deep-seated bias against Mr. Mayweather's success. It claims that Geiger refused to review documentation proving the deals in question happened, and suggests that there's a racial component to the report.
Mayweather often appears confident in interviews, but that fades when financial questions arise. His vague responses to bankruptcy rumors only fuel speculation. By avoiding clear answers, he invites doubt. For public figures, image is power. And when that image cracks, a lack of transparency only speeds the fall.
So that article sparked rumors that you are bankrupt. How do you respond to that? I don't think you have publicly responded.
Well, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I mean, if we call having 2 private jets, owning 100 buildings, being able to do what you want to do, if that's bankrupt, then I'm pretty sure everybody want to live like that.
That last statement was a fact. If that's bankrupt, I'm sure a lot of people want to live like that. I'd sell a few of them planes, especially if I was going bankrupt. But yeah, it wouldn't be a bad lifestyle to have. Now, Floyd Mayweather isn't the most articulate person. He does not articulate himself the best. This has been well known throughout his career. He is a prize fighter. He is a master promoter. He is a great business person. Put him behind a microphone or have him articulate himself, he's not the best at it. So if you listen to that and y'all tell me if y'all got the same vibe I did or if y'all think that I'm tripping, it sounds like he's running around a lot of shit. And it's like, all right, bro, yeah, you might be going bankrupt. But let's understand something real quick. If one of Floyd Mayweather's businesses, or if his business is going bankrupt, it does not mean that Floyd Mayweather himself is green. That means that his business may be struggling. Oh yeah, his business may be struggling, and you can file for bankruptcy. I think it's 13 or 9, chapter 13 or chapter 9 or whatever.
Mayweather's claims of having no tax issues clash directly with official IRS filings, raising serious questions about his financial image. For someone who markets himself as a money mogul, these contradictions are damaging. If the IRS is pursuing him, it challenges the myth of total financial control. Critics point to this gap between his public statements and actual records as a sign of deeper issues. While Mayweather boasts of a $400 million real estate empire, details remain vague. His image may inspire, but a lack of hard facts suggests his financial empire could be more illusion than reality.
Money made. Aaron Mayweather too. No money green on. Change it up. Change it up. Change it up. That's what we do. There you go. There you go. There you go. That's what we did. I need everybody, all the fighters all around the world. MMA, boxers, follow this man right here. We get the job done. Money man, and y'all know the rest.
Social media has turned into a battleground for Mayweather's image, where the line between truth and PR is increasingly unclear. His lawsuit, likely meant to silence critics, has instead sparked more debate. Fans are now questioning not just his wealth, but the true purpose behind the legal action. Rather than clearing the air, it's only adding to the mystery.
Mayweather files a $100 million lawsuit against Business Insider over real estate deal report. Damn, that's an expensive lawsuit. The lawsuit comes after a report by Business Insider journalist Daniel Geiger claimed that the 62-building Manhattan real estate portfolio that Mayweather announced he acquired never actually occurred. Geiger's report stated there was no evidence a sale was made. Mayweather's lawsuit claimed that Geiger refused to refute documents of the deal, and it was an attempt by Geiger to publicly humiliate Mayweather. They embarked on a campaign of harassment and defamation characterized by aggressive and misleading journalism that not only distorts the truth but seems driven by a deep-seated bias against Mr. Mayweather's success, Floyd Mayweather. No, damn well he did not write that. And why would he? He's talking about himself in third person. That's so cringe. Business Insider has provided a statement to front office sports saying, "We will vigorously defend against this meritless attempt to discredit our reporting and smear our reporter." So they aren't backing down at all.
In the ring, Floyd Mayweather's undefeated record and defensive mastery made him a legend. But outside boxing, his recent actions have sparked controversy. His bold claim of owning over $400 million in real estate was quickly challenged when public records didn't back it up. This has led to disappointment among fans, many of whom now wonder if Mayweather is more concerned with projecting wealth than being honest about it.
For some odd reason, at the beginning of the year, Floyd Mayweather decided to tell us all that he bought a bunch of apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Everybody has found out that that wasn't true. Apparently, it's not that hard to figure out who owns property. This is not an indictment on Floyd Mayweather as a boxer. He is one of the best boxers we've ever seen. Anybody who is privy to Floyd Mayweather's antics outside of the ring knows Floyd ain't bought no goddamn apartment buildings in no Upper Manhattan, bro. We knew that when he told us. I'm not sure who Floyd Mayweather thought he was fooling. Nothing about Floyd Mayweather outside of a boxing ring says savvy. I'm sorry. This is the same Floyd Mayweather that 50 Cent told he would donate $50,000 to the charity of his choice to read Harry Potter. He bought $400 million worth of apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Come on, Floyd. The people who was living in apartment buildings, the second they heard that Floyd Mayweather bought their building, they was on the phone with property management like, what's really? I will pay $10,000 a month, but I won't pay $10,000 a month to a nigga. Floyd, you can't just do that with Upper Manhattan apartment buildings, bro. Tell lies like that about the projects, man. You gotta do that to the hood, man. Ain't nobody going for that shit in Upper Manhattan, Floyd. You should have knew better than that, my boy. But then again, you are Floyd Mayweather. Oh, man. Anybody with common sense knew that Floyd was in trouble when he...
There was a time when Mayweather's financial success rivaled his boxing greatness, earning over $1 billion from blockbuster fights and endorsements. But instead of building long-term wealth through smart investments, he poured his fortune into luxury, exotic cars, private jets, and constant displays of excess. Now, signs of financial instability are starting to show, raising doubts about the strength of his fortune. His path is beginning to mirror that of Mike Tyson, who famously lost his wealth to reckless spending. While their personalities differ, both use wealth as a symbol, and Mayweather may be falling into the same trap that once led Tyson to bankruptcy.
He's always talking about the Miss Jackson situation. We seen Marcos Maidana looking focused, more so focused on his baby and everything. So those are a lot of the minor takeaways. But my major takeaway from this whole thing, ladies and gentlemen, is I was quickly hit with an emotion of nostalgia. You know what I mean? Because seeing Floyd Mayweather with all this money and cars and clothes and hoes and yada, 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 it just kind of reminded me. There was a small segment in that episode that stated that a lot of fighters believe in their immortality. You know what I mean? We've seen this before. So the question I ask, we have seen this movie before. Boxers traditionally going broke. You know, they start off well, so flamboyant, with all this money and all these cars, and they have businesses they invest in. They're something special, you know, at least in their minds they are. And then after either retirement or near retirement, or after the fight game has left them, traditionally boxers go broke, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not saying this is going to happen to Floyd Mayweather, but I swear on everything, man, I hope it doesn't happen to Floyd Mayweather, because Floyd Mayweather is going to go down in the halls of history, ladies and gentlemen, as possibly top 3 to top 5 to top 10 of all-time greats. I mean, depending on how you view Floyd money.
Concerns about Floyd Mayweather's financial decisions aren't just from critics. They're coming from his own family. Jeff Mayweather, a respected trainer and relative, has voiced confusion over Floyd's risky investments, especially in high-stakes real estate. Instead of following expert advice, Floyd appears to be driven by ego. This reckless approach raises doubts about how real his wealth truly is. Once known more for his flashy lifestyle than his boxing, Floyd's image is starting to crack as signs of financial trouble surface.
Mayweather, the highest paid athlete, not the highest paid boxer, the highest paid athlete in the world. I had the opportunity and pleasure to be around him for many years. I was his personal shopper. I was a personal friend of his family. One of my greatest memories of being just lucky enough to even be around that environment was watching him train. Watching Floyd Mayweather train is a masterclass in discipline. It is a masterclass in work ethic. It is a masterclass in this is how you execute and get stuff done. Every rep, he hits it hard. There's not one lazy rep. He does everything at such a high frequency, so elevated. I'm like, goodness gracious, watching this man train, it's like, that's how I want to train for life. I've been to the club with Floyd where we leave in the club 3, 4 in the morning and he's still going to hit his 6 miles. He'll have all the cars follow him and he's running.